With all the offense the Miami Dolphins have, the skill position, Tua leading the way with the quick passes, the vertical attack of McDaniel and the movement to get those big explosive runs on occasion, this 2023 season, this critical 2023 season, is going to be set on the foundation of defense led by Vic Fangio. And when you look at Fangio with the Bears and you look at him with the Broncos, he had a lot of talent there, but nothing like he has here. Getting into the quarterback is going to be totally critical. It's going to be fundamental for the success of this team and this defense. And when you got the likes of Rodgers and Allen in the division, you'd better get after the quarterback. Now, Phillips, I'm doing a thing. It's coming out tomorrow. It's been a long project. 71 pressures last year. Unbelievable. Then you add in Chubb, who should be healthy this year, quote unquote, let's hope. He can get after the quarterback. And then inside, you got Sealer and you got Wilkins. And then, Baker, who's unbelievable on the blitz. You got him coming in. There's a load of guys in depth as well that can provide pass rush. But I want to talk about today, I think, in a way, fans have kind of forgotten how valuable Emmanuel Ogbah was to this defense and team for 2 years. Last year, he struggled. Some people are saying he got paid and now he's taking it easy, or they didn't understand what happened. Maybe he got old. He had a bad back. It got worse. He got taken out. I guess it was week 6 against the Vikings. And then his triceps tore, his one tricep tore against the Browns a few weeks later. It was a disastrous season for Ogbah, but it revolved around injuries. But I want to show you, just to reflect on how awesome a player he was for us. And when you realize that he is added to all the rest of the stuff I mentioned, and Vic Fangio, he was highly successful with Derek Wolfe and the Broncos, had his best season with them. And I think Zach Sealer is a better comp for Wolfe, but I think that Ogbah is an excellent comp too. And there is a true wild card here. If Ogbah can stay healthy, get back to his 2020 and 21 form, when you add it to the rest of this soup, I think it's highly intriguing and it offers a lot of hope. So I'm going to cover him to show what he did so we can remember. And then when you, in your mind's eye, add that to the rest of the defense, it does create some excitement. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all you guys do. I want to give you a shout out and a shout out to Ace Bread, my sponsor, because without the two of you, this show ain't going down. Ace Per Head's betting software is the premier white label platform for bookies to manage their players and grow their sportsbook operation. Click the link in the description below to get set up in minutes. Ask for the Curtis promo and get a special introductory discount. All right, Ogbah at 6'4", 275. He's 29, going to be 30. Is a little bit older. But he's not going to have to carry that heavy load. There's going to be plenty of guys to share reps around. And as you get older, look what Ingram did for us last year. He was one of our best pass rushers and most effective edge guys. And that's because he wasn't asked to be a starter. And spreading those reps around helps the younger guys, it helps the older guys, it keeps the bodies fresh. So Ogbah is a guy that could play out there in that 3 and 5 technique. And when you think about his ability to affect the pass in 20 and 21, if he can get back to even 80% of that along with the rest, it's going to be huge. Take a look at this graphic here to, jog your memory a little bit. And you see, he was one guy with the Cleveland Browns and even with KC. It wasn't terrible. I mean, he was a solid player. But that explosion in 20 with the 9 sacks, and you see there was plenty of pressures. He was able to cause 5 pass defenses and 3 stuff runs. That got him, to be a real fan favorite of the Dolphins. But it was that 21 season, 9 sacks against, 12 pass defense, and 5 stuffed runs. That was a truly epic season. And when you take a look at this graphic, it was a little bit more dialing in on it. He had a total of 61 pressures along with 12 pass defenses and 5 stops. Now, Phillips had 77, I think it is. I forgot. It was 71 to 77. I don't know. My brain's a little not hit. But he was just about what Phillips was able to do, along with the other department of being able to clog up to a decent level the run game and then just getting in there and blocking those passes. Ogbah is a huge, huge player. Look, 11 batted passes, 12 on the O. These statistics kind of bounce back and forth. But I think it's because, I don't know. So anyway, 11 to 12. I think it's 12 that is the right answer here. Right answer for $50, Pat. So this guy, the only thing you could probably knock a little bit at him is his ability to stop the run and his missed tackle rate, which is pretty high at 17, 18. When you consider Wilkins is like, I mean, 1% or something, or 2%. I mean, Wilkins is unbelievable, but that's a huge, huge difference. So there's a little bit of, well, maybe we don't want this guy on too many rundowns, but boy, you get him in there, a healthy Ogbah with a healthy Sealer and Chubb and Phillips in a nickel look, going against the quarterback on off-scheduled downs. And that is seriously exciting stuff. And then you add a secondary with the ability to cover more than 2 seconds like our secondary from last year. If we provide some level of coverage sacks, what's the potential for these guys? And that's the thing. We have to understand last year, our sack potential, our pressure potential was almost solely dependent on the ability of the rushers to get to the quarterback. But there's 2 ways to skin a cat. It's the ability of the guys to get to the quarterback very quickly, or it's the secondary's ability to slow down that quarterback to give the rushers the time to get there. Good news for the Dolphins. We have the ability to get after the quarterback, and we should, by all accounts, have the ability to slow down the reads. This could create some fearsome, top 5 pressure-generating defense. And boy, oh boy, that could make all the world of difference. And if Ogbah is that kind of guy or close to it, I think a lot of the dreams that Dolphin fans have could be close to true realization, because defense is the foundation, along with the offensive line, to success in the NFL. So let's understand what happened to Ogbah. Let's not write him off as a guy who's jaking it or a guy who's not capable. He had a bad back. And anybody who's had a bad back and you got to move 300-pound guys, sometimes taking 2 guys on at once, it's very understandable why he had this problem. And then there's the torn tricep, obviously at the end of the season. So if he can go overcome these, I'm looking for Ogbah to be a centerpiece again. Now, I don't expect the Dolphins to keep him going to the year after that. But for this season, this critical season, I look for Ogbah to go back to being a leader and bring us what we need. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. I think memory lane is going to be re-remembered in 23 in a way I don't think we've seen in quite a long time. And it better be. With what we got here, it better be. Anyway, Curtis saying, thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time. Be well. Go Fins. Start building your own online sportsbook today by getting signed up with AceBread.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.